If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Welcome to the Wisconsin Vegetable Gardener. I'm Joy Baird. We're going to harvest our yacons, and it's almost time to do such. Typically, the harvest time is when the frost kills the tops of them back. It's going to happen tonight, so we're going to do it today. Yacons are a South American root crop that the tubers are consumed. There are rhizomes in which you save to grow the next year. Yacons will take about 6 months to reach a mature state in order to develop a flower. Now here in Zone 5A, we don't have that luxury of that 6-month warmth period, but we can still grow yacons and get good tuber development. In some years we've had about 5 pounds per plant, other years we've had about 2 pounds. Down in South America, they can average between 15 and 30 pounds a plant. Now we are choosing, there's many different things in which you can do with the yacon plant, the tubers itself. We find the best is simply to just peel it, and then dehydrate it in chips. And it's quite tasty. Now that you can make yacon syrup and other dishes with it, you can put it in crock pot and stir fries and all of these other things. So I'm just cutting the tops back to make it a little easier to manage the harvest here. So I'm going to get this one done, and then we are going to dig up and see what we have. These were on irrigation and in a raised bed, as you see here. So we'll see, we've got one right here. Kind of get, now with the tubers, they can be out like that or they can be down like this. So you want to be careful when you're digging down. You want to come back far enough. You're probably going to split some, you're going to stick some. That's just the way it's going to work. So I'm going to come back about almost 10 inches there and kind of loosen the soil, and then come back over here and do the same. And that is lifting up, so that's a good sign. Now, let's see what comes of this particular plant. Ooh, not good. Okay, so here's a couple of things we've got going on here. The purple are the rhizomes. The white on the purple, if left exposed or in warm soil, those would be the new plants starting to grow. This is a tuber, that's a tuber, that's a decent size, I mean that's a small tuber. I've had tubers that were, 12 inches long and 3 inches in diameter. So even though if we harvest this and we kind of get the same results, it's not a total loss, simply because on this one we've got very good tuber or a rhizome development, in which I will save. You can see here, this is where that's coming off of one of the rhizomes, and then I would trim that back, put that in sand, put it in the stairway of the attic to keep it chilled all winter long. And you plant it 90 days. You start them in party cups 90 days before you put them out with the tomatoes. We've got good tuber development. Now these all stem from, this would be 7th, 8th generation, something like that. We got tubers, 2 plants in 2014, and then we've saved those rhizomes year after year after year. So doesn't look like anything else should be down there except for the little piece here. They do not overwinter. They will turn to muck and mush if you leave them in the ground over winter. The whole plant will die and you won't get anything. So I will finish digging these out, and then we'll set them all up and show you what we've got, and again review on how to store them. All right, so we've harvested our 10 plants. We had 8 in that bed and 2 in another bed. We threw the 2 in the other bed just to get them in the ground. And let's see here, that was those 2. So just throwing the plants in the ground, no irrigation, just let them be. We did get quite a few. We've got a lot more rhizomes than we had in year past, which is a good thing. I always like to have more rhizomes than what I need for planting. Now, here, let's look at this one here. You can see this is what it looks like on a smaller version. I've had them where they've been this big. And out of the 10 plants, I would say we got 5 pounds, half pound per plant. It's not great. Last year was worse than this, I think, if I remember right. We had very few rhizomes last year, and the tubers were small. Now, what does a yacon taste like? Well, to me, it's like you're eating an apple, but it has a carrot taste with a slight watermelon sweetness. The best way to eat them is like this, but I would recommend no matter how hard you scrub the skin, you're still going to have some earthy taste to it. So if you really want to get that real rich, authentic, down, the watermelon, apple, carrot connection, you would want to peel this back and eat it that way. And or when you're dehydrating it, peel it as well. So yacons, it is a crop that can be grown as far north as Zone 4. I've seen success with that. And it can be grown anywhere in the United States higher than Zone 4. It's something that we grow every year. Some years are phenomenal. This year was okay. It'll give us a couple of zip top bagfuls of yacon chips, and it's a nice little treat in which we grow something that you cannot buy in the store.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.